Traders, welcome back. Episode 50 with Connor. Thank you for joining us again.
The bicentennial.
I know. We're approaching.
Jubilee.
It's pretty crazy, actually, how quick it's gone. It's nearly a full year of the podcast. I got to work out how many total views we've had for the podcast. It's probably. I remember the first episode got a lot, and now it's sort of, it's petered out a little bit. But for anyone new to the channel, welcome. This is a weekly podcast thing that Connor and I do where we discuss our open positions and trade ideas. So I think to start off with, though, I've got the New Zealand dollar
We'll
chart
do the
up.
risk disclaimer first.
Oh, yeah, the risk disclaimer. Wow.
Cool.
Yeah, guys. Okay. Legal, boring stuff here. So Connor and I are actually trading live accounts. We were doing demo. So, guys, with real money here at risk, please be even more careful. Don't follow what we're saying when it comes to when we're buying or selling. These are systems we're back-tested. For a copy of Backtester, it's in the description section. You get a discount. Don't just start trading with real money on the markets. I would, that's pretty crazy. Unless, it's tiny positions and you've got a lot of money. But even then, you can still get wrapped up in it all. And it can be very dangerous. You can lose a lot of money very quickly. Please get educated. Look at Naked Forex now. There's a forum. We don't get paid to say that, Connor and I, but that's a good starting point. And don't risk more than you can lose as well. And be careful if you're trading Bitcoin and all that sort of stuff. We don't trade that, so good luck with that. Yeah. So, anything you'd like to add to that, Connor? Just to sort of.
No, I think you capped it off well there, especially with just good luck with the crypto.
Well, I saw it bounce. So it went to 5.9 earlier in the week.
It's just Bitcoin.
Yeah, Bitcoin. Yeah, so it's just crazy. I mean, there's money to be made, but you got to be pretty, at risk
I kind of think of it like a penny stock.
Yeah, my friend is actually doing that. So he's playing it like it was a penny stock. So you're right. Yeah, it is. You can treat because there's pumping.
Got like a pump and dump thing.
Yeah.
It's sort of manipulated in certain ways, and you got people, you don't know the news until it's too late,
One of the guys, there's a Facebook page, it's Perth Forex Traders, and this gentleman, he just follows it, and he noticed when it crashed, a lot of the promoters, like the pumpers, all went to Forex, because he was following them on Twitter, and then when it dumped to 5,000 or so, whatever it was, as it was happening, they stopped promoting Bitcoin and jumped on Forex. So either way, guys, you got to be very careful. So everyone is going to try and convince you can make quick money, but I think Connor and I can attest to the fact that, it's very difficult and you probably end up losing a lot of money. So maybe, if you get very lucky, but 99% of the time, probably not. So yeah, that's that really. New Zealand dollar, Connor. So this is a finished, completed trade as well for you?
Yes. So I was in this, if you bear with me for a second, we'll do this live. I was in this for 59 days.
I was going to say,
Yeah, so it was a long and grueling process, and I just got a little bit over 1R. So that means I made 2%, or a little bit over 2% on this trade. What about yourself? You were in it too, weren't you?
I was. So the screenshot here shows where I kind of got in at 71.90. I got in, it was 72.05. So I got in a little bit higher. And it still moved for me pretty nicely. But for me, I could only move the stop loss to break even, which was around, I moved it just past break even for the spread that can sometimes be around 3 pips. So I had it at 72.10. So I banked a very small profit, really. So it's
I was always a bit iffy about this trade because it just was going straight up, and there wasn't a lot of those sort of dips.
Yeah.
Like you would see in your typical trend. So when it was time to retrace, I actually thought, there could be a bit of worry involved, and so I had my stop loss at 0.7248.
Yeah.
And I moved that just up to where there was a dip, and then I got stopped out.
Oh, yeah. See that green line? Is that, I'm just showing the viewers.
It wasn't actually a bad place to move my stop to, really, unless I really wanted to grit and bear it, because this looks like it may retrace you know.
Yeah, it does.
Take a bit further.
Like I've got yeah, it does. Like I was looking at it earlier on the daily, and you've got one big candle, then another big bearish candle, and it does look like if you got into this early,
at least go to here's me predicting it, 0.7135. You may get a little bit of a bounce off that because there's just a little wick.
Oh yeah, yep.
To the side there. I'm not sure if you can just see it. I'm pretty bad at explaining it, but yeah,
no, I
mean
that.
That's at least. Yeah, at least there, but we'll see.
Yeah. All right. So that's that trade. And your Euro Swissy closed out as well, didn't it? That's all done.
That closed out. That closed out at break even, and that was after 60 something days.
Yeah. Yep. So it takes time, guys. If you're a trend trader, that's important. All right. So I've got the USD Singapore dollar trade here. The screenshot. So this was a box trade, and that's when you entered when it busted out of that box.
Yes, when it busted out of the box, and it was a good, if you'd said it was a good breakout.
So yeah, it was. Yeah, it was aggressively.
You can see where the start of the box is, how there's that long bullish candle as well.
Yeah.
So then that to me shows that there could be the start of some more momentum, especially once it breaks up. If that had broken down out of the box, I wouldn't have taken it because of that big that big bullish candle at the start of the box.
Yeah.
So I was looking for it to go up, and it's gone up, and now I've moved it to break even, and let's see where this goes. It might come back down, it might go up. All I know is I'll just have to do the proper risk management.
Yeah, so this is where he got in, guys. This is that green dash there. So for you to sort of want to move it any further, you're going to have to see another dip like we saw earlier when you moved the stop loss.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, so that's what, as an example of a pattern where you would move the stop loss again, guys. For people that are in this trade or they're looking to sort of get in, it's pretty interesting right now with that engulfing candle. So I'll have to check out to see. I might see what it's looking like as a trend. But for me personally, everyone, I've been talking about the Euro Aussie a little bit, and it's yeah, so I mean it is uptrending, but currently it's definitely in a bit of a holding pattern. So there's not a lot, for an aggressive trader they would just get in now, but for me, there's a lot of overhead resistance, right?
There's a bit of a head and shoulders pattern that you can see as well. Not that it's sort of broken through, but there's a chance that if it breaks through those bottoms there, then it's going to go. That sucker's going to go down. That's if anyone. The head and shoulders theorem.
Yeah, I got the line graph. Yeah, you can see that. It's more really. It's definitely. It's not a great setup. So it is meeting the criteria for a trend because the 55-day is over the 200-day moving average and whatnot. But for people who do just use indicators, please probably look at more than just that because the price action is pretty paramount. So, and right now, yeah, you'd be definitely chasing the falling knife, so to speak, because it's not, But other than that, there's not really. I saw the euro busted out. I had a box drawn for the euro US dollar, and that's turned a little bit as well. So we might be seeing some US dollar strength, perhaps.
Yeah, I mean the euro CAD's good as a trend, but that's on the daily.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So I don't know. I
might have a look because it's for me right now. It's definitely slow going.
Yeah.
Which is not a bad thing, guys, because last month, honestly, for my system it was pretty busy. What I might do is just touch on the Aussie dollar as well, because we've got a little bit. We're not too late. We have been going a little bit past 10 minutes recently. It's sort of that's not really It's sort of bottoming out a little bit. The Aussie dollar.
Yeah, I mean, so the two systems I use, the box trade that I use on a 4-hour and a daily, and then I use one just daily, which is that bend trade, where I look for big shadows and other engulfing candles. But there hasn't been a good trend on the daily for a long time.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
And the ones that haven't been bouncing off support and resistance zones that I look for. So, yeah, I haven't got a lot going on the table either, Scotty.
What I might do, just to finish things off, because I've just noticed we're very close to 4,000 followers, guys. So if you are looking to follow us, this is probably the better way to do it. So obviously the YouTube stuff we put up once a week for the podcast, if you're looking to see what we're doing. But for trade ideas and more updates, including screenshots of the charts and everything, Trade Talk Pippin is definitely probably the way to go. Connor puts out the funny stuff with the cryptos and other things like that. So, because it's good to have a bit of comedic relief as well with trading, because it's all very
serious, and there's not a lot of characters in the game.
No, it's either very serious or it's very scammy. Very scammy.
Yeah,
it's like blatantly
serious or slimy, serious or snake.
It is. That's
serious or scammy. Yeah.
If you've never sort of learn anything about trading, you're watching this video for the first time, I would suggest, probably there's Forex Factory is for free, but you just I looked at that the other day and I was like, oh my God, it's just too much going on. It's crazy.
There are some really good people online. There are actually some really good methods. So if you're looking just to trade like a box trade, like when I was looking for more things, looking for more instruction about that.
Yeah,
I found some really good stuff on YouTube. So it's out there's some good content. Yeah. It's some good content out there, but yeah, it's so easy when you're starting off to get mixed up. I guess you can just shoot us a message on Twitter or something, and we can send you in the right direction.
Yeah, like I got an email about Forex Tester and things like that. So because we still have the giveaway, guys. All right. So Forex Tester 3 have told me that because I've got an affiliate link with them, and Connor and I, we if someone does get a copy using the link in the description section, they get a discount and we get a little bit of money. But if 3 people like and retweet and comment a post on Twitter that I've tagged Forex Tester in, they'll give you a free copy of Forex Tester 3, valued around $300 US. So please do that, because that's what Forex want. So they won't give you one unless you actually do that. So if anyone's watching that, please do that. And what I'll do is I'll email Forex Tester 3 your profile, and then they'll get in touch with you via email, or they might just send you a message on Twitter, and then that's how they'll just send you the link. So because there's no physical actual CD anymore, that's not what it is. So you just download the actual software. So, but I think it's only been 13 minutes as well. Goodness me. Any concluding sort of statements to finish off, Connor?
No, we've done it all. We've cracked the code.
And look, there's no Bitcoin talk either, because it's rebounded, so it hasn't crashed completely, guys. So if you are holding and hoping, good luck. I mean, who knows with that? It might just go back to 20. It's crazy. So maybe. I don't put any money into it, so I can't really say anything. But that's a wrap, guys. So Connor's in the USD Singapore. I'm in no trades. Maybe the Euro Aussie. Thanks for watching. Connor, thanks for joining us again. Hope you have a great evening as well. See you guys.
Thank you, Scotty. Bye.